Hi, welcome to Surviving Schizophrenia. My name is Steven. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Now, it's a beautiful day here at Lanada Bay, Palos Verdes Estates, and I'm out for my walk. And I got to thinking, there's something I wish I had been told when I fell with schizophrenia when I was 12 years old, back in 2012. You can still live a good life, even if you have schizophrenia. Now, that's something I wouldn't have believed at the time, but had I been told that, maybe I would have realized that sooner. I went through a very tough time for the last over a decade now, and only recently have I actually gotten really recovered and had an actual outlook on my life, past and future. And I mean, if you look at my earliest videos here, you'll see I wasn't doing very well, but I really believed in wanting to destigmatize schizophrenia and show what we can actually do, those of us living with schizophrenia. And so life might take different turns than you expected, but it is worth living. Your life, my life at least, was very different. I didn't expect to follow with schizophrenia. No one does. I didn't expect not to go to college or have a normal high school experience. I expected to be at some sort of job right now, working 9 to 5 or something, and I don't know, hanging out with friends afterwards. That's not where I am right now. That's not my life. But it doesn't mean that's a bad thing. It doesn't mean my life isn't going well. Now, it's not the perfect life, but nothing is, right? There's no perfect life. However, what I envisioned was perfect, but that's not life. And sure, I fell with schizophrenia, and sure, I was knocked out of the ring for a while. I don't know if that's actually a phrase, but I hope that you understand what I mean. I was out for a long time, but I'm back now. And I have this YouTube channel. I'm actually doing something with my life. I've recovered greatly, mentally and physically, over mostly the last 2 years, I'd say. But since 2012. And I'm actually still happy with my life. And I wish I had been told that one day, when I was 12 years old, one day, you're going to be making YouTube videos on YouTube, right? And you're going to actually recover greatly. And you're going to try to help a lot of people and hopefully actually help a lot of people. That's not something that would have happened had I not had schizophrenia and had I not had an actual usual kind of job, right? Life is not quite what you anticipate it to be. But I know in the future, as proven by my life, I think, things can totally get better, even if you have schizophrenia. I used to cry all the time when I fell with schizophrenia, and I was told that I was diagnosed with it. I thought my life was over. I thought, it'll never get better. I have schizophrenia. Why would anything change? So at that time, I was feeling terrible. And, I'm very glad I held on. Very glad. And the other thing is, I wish I'd been told this too. Don't feel like it's not your fault. And also don't feel like if you have to take time to yourself. For example, I took a lot of time to myself and I played video games. And I remember feeling a little self-conscious at times about that because that's all I was doing. And I started to think, well, if this is all I'm doing, like that's not a good life. And also, I felt like people could be jealous of me for just sitting home playing video games, and that's it. That's all I'm doing. And I mean, I shouldn't have felt like that. I needed to take that time to help deal with my stress that I was feeling and facing with my schizophrenia. So if you have schizophrenia and you're doing something like that, Maybe it's art or something, whatever you're doing. I guess art wouldn't be thought of as something wasteful, but just know you should take time to yourself. And whatever that looks like for you, don't feel bad about it. For me it was video games, but that helped me get through some of the hardest times and got me to here, where now I don't need them like I felt I needed them before. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. But it's definitely possible to live a good life with schizophrenia. I mean, it helps to have a good support system. It helps to have people to talk to. My parents, for example, my therapist, my psychiatrist, my aunts and uncles, my cousins, they've all helped me so much. I would not be here the way I am today without them. But I also wouldn't be here had I not done it myself at the same time. It took a lot of determination for me to hang on and keep at it. It took a long time, and it took thinking outside the box to see what I can actually do, and also pushing myself a little bit at times to do stuff. For example, for a long time I was incredibly isolated because I was too stressed out to be around other people, and my family, my mom and dad especially, and my therapist, my psychiatrist as well, I guess, they'd push me, like, maybe go to the store and go get, I don't know, something to eat, and then just as like an outing, a way to get me out. And then I would actually, it helps. I felt like I wanted to be isolated so much, but isolation isn't healthy. And doing those little simple outings helped me a lot. And that's another thing kind of wish I had realized at the time, because I thought it was just stressful. I didn't want to do it, but it helped me. It helped me a lot to actually get out and be around people. And then it took thinking outside the box for me to think of something I can actually do that's fulfilling, gives me purpose, and lets me do something. That was this channel. Thought about this idea 2021. Took me about a year to figure everything out, and then I started. And this has been the best decision of my life, by far. It's been amazing, and I've healed and recovered mentally so much through this channel. And through all of your support, everyone that's watched my videos or commented or anything either. I appreciate you so much, because you're the reason that I'm here right now, making these videos, smiling, feeling pretty darn good considering, and I'm actually healthier. Of course, it took medication too. And that's actually something I didn't need to be told at the time. Medication can be incredibly important, whatever that is for you. I'm not a doctor, so obviously you need to see a doctor about that, not me. But yeah, the medicine, I always knew I needed to take it. And I never actually fought back about that. I know some people do, but that was not something that we ever faced as an issue with my family and me. And I'm very glad, because I attribute especially clozapine to being one of the things that saved my life. Made a video about that if you're curious. And yeah, all of that. I think had I been told or seen this video at the time, I might have had a different outlook on life. It may have gotten me through some of the harder times. That's what I'd wish I had known at the time. Now, it's not to say it wouldn't have been easier. Well, it would have been a little easier, but that's not to say it would have been easy. But I think it would have helped me at the time to hear this. And I hope if anyone does see this that has schizophrenia, just know a few things. Life is worth living. Things can get better. Just give it a little time. hold on. Never give up. And I think you'll see your future, though it may be different, can still be great. And with that, I'm gonna wrap this up and get a little tired. It is hot out here for me. I say hot, it's probably like 78 degrees. For me, that's hot living here in Southern California. But anyway, I'm gonna continue my walk here and try to cool off, maybe go to the shade. I hope you enjoyed this video though, and maybe it helped. And I hope you have a happy and healthy rest of your day. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.